What's going on, everybody? GemMint here, back again with another statue unboxing and review. I actually picked this up about a month or so ago, and I've just been dreading doing the unboxing because, like with most 1/3 scale Prime 1 pieces, it comes with two huge boxes. So we're gonna unbox both boxes today, do an assembly, and do a review. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, so box one down on the ground, very large box. It does come with some pamphlets. We have the package contents here, get a glimpse of the statue and how they're placed in the box, and an assembly guide on the back. Couple different switch out options here, so cool to have. This one also has their 2019 summer catalog, pretty cool. I still want this Batman Nightfall piece, man. And then it has a 2020 calendar, so out-of-date calendar. Got Bumblebee here. It's nice for the time. All right, lid is off, a ton of pieces. This looks upside down. Let's flip it and remove the plastic. Ton of pieces. Let's start by looking at the swords that go on his back. A lot of detail put in here. Those wraps, this strap, you have a nice modernization plus, dirty, dingy straps. I like that combo. You can see the sword handles. Then we have one of his right-hand switch outs holding a pistol. So much detail in the glove. I mean, from the weathering on the orange, the paint looks sharp, the tactical nature of the gloves, and of course the handgun. Then we have his right arm shoulder pad. This is the only one that has the orange trim. Great weathering again and texturing on the actual pad itself. Plus you got the ammunition, which is cool. There are two different switch outs for the left shoulder. I still couldn't really tell which one was which. It depends on which switch out you use, but we'll get to that. Now this is his scarf, which is sculpted, but it has some fabric tassels on the bottom of it. So it looks cool because it almost looks like the whole thing is fabric. Great job on this, adding a little flair. This handgun will go on his right hip. It's in its holster. Love the orange color. I think the paint applications look great. A lot of detail in the sculpt. Nice little addition. Then we have another right arm switch out. This is holding the long katana. Love the shine on it, from the gold to the metallic look. The little dings on that sword. It's been in use. The wraps on the handle look good. And then you have a left arm switch out with a smaller blade that has this black to metal type of color scheme, which looks awesome. More dings in the blade, same great wrap here. So that could be for the sword switch out options. Then we have a left hand holding a rifle. So this is going to be more up in the air. Huge rifle, looks like an AK-47. I'm not really a gun guy. You guys can let me know in the comments, but a lot of great detail sculpted in. It looks as realistic as it can get. And then onto one of the base elements. This is the Scythe of Death. It's all stone, got great sculpting to really make it look old and weathered. The skull is a nice addition. And then let's jump into the body itself. Huge 1/3 scale body. So much going on with his costume, from the chainmail to the bluish undertones, the orange highlights on the pouches, on the straps. A lot going on here. Heavy piece, and it looks great. Dynamic as well, the way he's hunched over and leaned up on the stone. Then we'll get into the portrait. So this is more of a modernized take. You can see it's more like a helmet. Great sculpt on the right side, and then here's the left side, the orange side that has, like I said, those helmet type of elements. You have the bandana I already keyed in. And then it comes with a classic, more comic book looking mask, which you can see his ear, you can see his eyes and his nose through the blue part. Nice leather-like texture on the left with that orange. You can see that comic inspiration for the eye. And again, another bandana. This is what they look like together. So the modern one is a little bit brighter. As always, I prefer the comic inspired one. That's more of my thing. And then onto the second box. So another very large box. This one's gonna house the base, plus a couple of other pieces. So let's unwrap the plastic and let's dive into it. So let's start with Deathstroke's arms. This is a left arm switch out. Again, the weathering looks great, paint applications on point, the chainmail looks awesome. It's got a good size peg with a strong magnet, just like the other left arm switch out. So one will have the rifle in the air, the other will be having the blade more forward, same great detail. Then we have the last one. This is his right arm, which is going to be pointing more forward and downward, more outstretched. The details are the same, immaculate, love it. And then we have the right hand of Death, I guess, the statue that he's standing on top of, which has that statue-esque type of texture. Love the sculpt in the hand, it's pretty big too. And then the other hand holding the handle of that broken in half scythe. Like the sharp pointy nails, that looks great. And it is a long piece. I mean, check this out. With many of these 1/3 scale pieces, the base is huge and heavy, enormous. Let's throw it on the table and get a good look at it. This video is brought to you by Ninja Funk. Help save the universe from bad music by telling your LCS to order Whatnot Publishing's first book, coming out on November 2nd. Big shout out to JPG from THATSPIDERMANBOOTH.com and Street Level Hero. And here we go. You can see Death, the statue of Death that he's standing on top of, riddled with skulls. I like how the skulls have more of that realistic bone paint application to offset just that grayscale statue that he'll be standing on top of. More skulls here in the back. Sculpt looks great, and it really allows a chance for the statue to pop. The color is all in the statue, where the base is more muted. All right, starting with the assembly, we'll get Death's right hand keyed in. Then we'll do the left hand with the handle of the scythe. Moving around to the back, that blade part of the scythe keys into the base, and then it kind of just makes it look like it's been broken in half, which would have made it extremely long if it wasn't. Let's remove some styrofoam. All right, now we'll get Deathstroke keyed in. This one's pretty easy. It's just one strong peg on his left foot. Moving up, we'll put that scarf before we put in any portraits. We'll get the blades keyed in on his back. Moving back over to the front, we'll put his right arm because that's the only direction it'll go in, and you can place the sword like this, or you could just switch out and have the handgun here. So whether you want him to have guns, swords, or both, you can accomplish that with this piece. We'll put his handgun on his thigh. Moving back up, we'll put that shoulder pad on his right arm. We'll get the left arm facing upward for the rifle. We'll get a shoulder pad in there first, and then we get the rifle on top. We'll see more of that when we do the review, but for now, let's get one of the portraits in there. This one is the helmeted, more modernized look. Man, he looks menacing, as he should, man. He is the Merc, he is Deathstroke, and he looks awesome with this portrait, but like I always say, I like those kind of comic-inspired portraits. Now, that modern one is in comics as well. I guess this is more of a classic look, and we could take off the rifle arm, do the other left arm switch out, shoulder pad, and blade. And there we have it, y'all, the 1/3 scale Deathstroke from Prime 1 Studio. This piece is massive. So this one is long sold out. It retailed for $10.50 for the exclusive when it first came out. They made $750. This is number 11, by the way. And a quick check for eBay sold listing. It looks like we have a best offer accepted at $2,300 with $600 shipping, $2,000 with $600 shipping. It feels like it's probably a $2,000 piece. So to appreciate in value and double up, that's pretty impressive, but I can see why, man. There is so much detail in here. I can't believe it was a $1,000 piece when it first came out. The height of this guy is 30 inches with this display option, but if you put the rifle in his left hand going upward, it makes it more about 36 inches tall. Now, this is a 24-inch turntable. You can see from some display options, it's gonna be way more than that, the way that the scythe handle sticks out and the blade on the back. But the base itself looks about 23, maybe 23.5 inches. Love the detail. You guys saw the base up close. Now you can see it in all its glory. Everything is assembled, and I think it really matches Deathstroke, man. It's full of death, from the personification of death itself to the skulls that are on the base, to the scythe with the skull on it, and then Deathstroke standing on top. Chock full of detail. I like that lurched over, leaning forward pose. And then the different switch out options. You get the two portraits, you can do two swords, you can do two guns, or you can swap one or the other. Let's do a quick switch out right now and see what he looks like in full with the rifle. Boom, there we go. So now he's got that rifle in his left hand, handgun in his right hand. He looks menacing either way. I'm not really sure which display that I prefer. Maybe I'll do a combination of the both. I did switch out the portrait here as well, so you have that more modernized helmet take. Amazing piece, happy to add it to the collection. I cannot wait until these shelves are built so I can take all these pieces out of the boxes and put them on display for you guys, man. But let me know what you think about the 1/3 scale Deathstroke in the comments down below. I don't want to throw around that term grail. It is a long sold out piece that's appreciated in value. Looks awesome. Let me know what you think. I'm going to leave you with Deathstroke spinning on the turntable. Thanks for watching. Stay minty fresh. Peace.